What's up, Blasianeers and Blasianettes? So I've been meaning to do this video for quite some time. So I watched the original movie Stephen King's It for the very first time ever. It was about almost a month ago when I watched this movie. I never really watched it in its time when it was brand new. I just heard, stuff about it. I just heard that it was scary and whatnot, and it was a clown or whatever, and seeing the memes of Pennywise, where he's trying to summon Georgie, like when he's like under the sewer and he's trying to give him, tell him like, oh, I got balloons, or give him his little paper boat back or whatever. I saw memes like all over that like crazy. And then I thought to myself, okay, the remake is going to be coming out next year, so I should check out this original movie before I see the remake, because, from that remake, I'll get into that picture later of Pennywise in the remake. I'll get to that later, but I'd say that I watched this movie way too late. It would have paid off better. It would have been a better experience for me if I watched this at that time when I was a kid, because Pennywise didn't really scare me in this movie. He did. I mean, he was a bit terrifying when he was under the sewer and trying to get Georgie to come to him or whatever, and then when he does, and then that's when he attacks him, and I'm like, okay, I mean, that did freak me out a little bit. But if I had seen this as a kid, yeah, Pennywise would have scared me shitless. But I don't know. I mean, like, and I felt like, I guess it was a miniseries. You know how miniseries, mini movies, when they air them on TV, one half comes on for one night and another half comes on for the next night. I didn't know that that's what this movie was. I thought it was like an hour and a half movie or something, but I didn't know it was like that. So, it was way too long for me. I mean, I felt like it could have been shortened into like a 2-hour movie or something. I guess, that's a feeble attempt to follow, I guess, to stay true to the book or whatever. I guess so. So it wouldn't seem like a whole lot was cut out from the, from the book to the movie or whatever, I guess. That's my guess. I don't know. I haven't read the book. I don't plan to, and I probably never will. But yeah, I mean, it drags on with flashbacks and whatnot, as Mike is trying to get I guess, the Losers Club all back together. That's what they call themselves. Get them all back together to face Pennywise, because that's when Mike discovered that he is not dead, and they all thought that they got rid of him, but they didn't. And then you see that a little girl was murdered, and then I guess and that's when Mike knows, like, Pennywise is back, and we don't need to get back together and put a stop to him and destroy him once and for all. But I mean, I'm just thinking to myself as I'm watching this movie, like, since everybody else that left the town, everybody that left their hometown, so they were safe from Pennywise until they came back. Is that what it is? I mean, he's kind of like Freddy Krueger in a way, like where you're in Springwood and then you're screwed, and you're not, and you're outside of Springwood, then you're okay. Then he can't get to you, I guess. But and Pennywise, I mean, given that this is a really long movie, and Pennywise had plenty of opportunities to kill these kids, but he doesn't. Even when, like when they were kids, he had plenty of times to do it, but he just is bullying them and scaring them and just cracking jokes to them and just making them go crazy or whatever, trying to chip away their sanity, I suppose. I don't know. But even when they're grown-ups, like when they all come back in town and they're coming to kill you, but yet you don't, you're just, all you're doing is fucking with them. I'm like, come on. I mean, if a old group of friends are coming, coming to, they found out that I was still alive and they were coming to, finish me off once and for all, I wouldn't be going around like, I wouldn't be joking with them. I would be defending myself like, yeah, I'm gonna pick you off one by one. And also, for some reason, like the boy that kept bullying him in school, he had a chance to kill Pennywise had a chance to kill him too, but I guess not, just because he just uses him, like like when he's an adult and he's in an asylum, I guess he uses him to go after them when he could have done it himself. I don't know. I mean, this movie was a little, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that great. It would have had a better effect on me if like if I saw this as a kid, and I guess that's sort of my fault that I didn't watch it as a kid. But I mean, I'm glad that I did see it just to see what all the fuss was about and see like what why. I mean, why are people afraid of Pennywise? And then I don't know if you've seen the news, there's been like around in my hometown, there's been like all these crazy people dressing up like clowns in the woods and whatnot. And I'm like, man, they're taking this movie a little too seriously, maybe. Just stalking people and stuff. Like, what the hell? But I just figured this would have been better as like an hour and a half movie. But yeah, I can understand why people are afraid of him. why people will watch this movie and you're fans of them and you're a fan of the movie, and I can understand why you are afraid of Pennywise. I can feel it there, but he did not really do that to me outside of him being under the sewer. But yeah, before I get to the remake, my quick thoughts on the remake, I'm going to give this I'll give this 3.5 chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.5. Okay. I mean, that's a fair rating. If you didn't I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I just thought, man, I mean, did it really need to be that long? It really didn't. But I guess some of you may agree, some of you may disagree. I mean, if you disagree, that's cool. I mean, I just feel like it could have been shortened a lot. So, my quick thoughts on the remake. I mean, that's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna shorten it into maybe a 2-hour movie, maybe. And then Pennywise. I mean, if you've seen the picture, I'm sure you have. I think he will scare the hell out of me. He will. When I go see this in the theater, and I don't know what they're gonna change up and what's gonna happen and whatnot, but I can see Pennywise making up for lost time and scaring the hell out of me in the remake, because he looks freaking scary as hell in that picture, for realsies. So I am looking forward to seeing what they do with the remake, and so I'm glad that I finally did watch this movie, even though I felt it was extremely long. I know it was 2 separate halves, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think, excuse me. I mean, I think it was, a well done movie. I didn't think it was terrible. I just thought it was really long, and it seemed like it just seemed kind of pointless. It kind of lost me from time to time, with it being long and everything, when you cram both of those halves together, But I mean, I still sat through it. I still okay, I'm gonna sit through this. I'm gonna sit through this. I'm gonna sit through this. But I mean, yeah. I guess it is what it is. I hope they change things up a little bit. I hope they make Pennywise more menacing and less goofy. I mean, you can say a one-liner here and there, but I want him to be more terrifying. But yeah. So I can't wait to see the remake. So if you guys enjoyed this review, stuttering here. If you guys enjoyed this review, make sure you thumb up the video and make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I blame Ben for for making me stutter like that. And also Beverly, when they all reunite and then she reunites with all of them, and then she just just kissing all up on him, like she just seemed trashy, like at that moment, like what? Why? One of them is married, and you're making out with them, like you're kissing them pretty long there, like what? But yeah, I mean, like if all these people had to do was stay away from the town, like to keep themselves protected from Pennywise, then they didn't have to come back. But I guess for the sake of the kids who are still living in their hometown, like this is like a thing like we need to do. I mean, we can't let this happen. We can't let this happen to anybody else, I guess. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.